Hello, boys and girls. In this lesson, we're going to learn about our new topic called consumer math. Now, consumer math is pretty cool because it's something that no matter who you are going to use in your everyday life. What consumer math is we're going to learn how to solve problems that involve taxes, tips, and discounts. So it's important to know we're going to do a problem and we're going to calculate what our tax is, what our tips are, and what our discounts, and we're going to get a number. And for right now, all I want you to remember is at the end of a problem, whenever you have found your tax or you found your tip, and it's time to find your total, you need to add whatever the tax was or whatever the tip is to your total cost. Because if you think about it, taxes and tips make things more expensive. You buy an item, say you buy a pair of shoes, then you have to pay the taxes on it. So we add them together to figure out what the total price is. Now, on the other hand, over here for discounts make things cheaper. So we are going to find the original price, we will find the discount, and then we will subtract whatever the discount is from the original price to find our new total. So as we go through today's problems, just try to remember that taxes and tips, at the very end, once you find them, you need to add them to the original price. If you're doing discounts make things cheaper, so you want to subtract that from the original price at the end. So let's go look at some of these problems. Let's do one of each. So the first one we're going to do is a tip problem. And this is the one that you're probably most familiar with. And this problem says the bill for dinner for 4 people came out to $65.40. How much tip should you leave if you want to leave a 50% tip? And finally, what would be the total cost of the dinner? Now, last year, we taught you how to do these problems as proportions. This year, I'm going to teach you a different way. All we're going to do is take our original price, $65.40, and we are going to multiply it by our tip. However, right now, the tip, 15% in percent form. Before we can multiply it, we need to turn it into a decimal. To turn it into a decimal, we'll just do 15 divided by 100, and we know 15% is really 0.15. So we're going to take our original price, $65.40, and we're going to multiply it by 0.15. So if you have your calculator, go ahead and type it in. And if you did that, you would end up with $9.81. So right now, that is the tip. $9.81 is the tip we would leave the server. However, we can't just pay for the tip, we have to pay for the meal. So let's go find our total cost. To find our total cost, let's take our $65.40, and we'll take our tip, and we're going to add them together to figure out the final price. Go ahead and add them together, and let's see what we get. If you added them together, you would have got $75.21. And that would be the total cost of our meal once we paid for the food and once we paid our server for the tip. So that was a tip problem. Let's go ahead right now and let's go do a tax problem. So this one says, Jason wants to purchase a new video game for $56.95. If the sales tax is 5%, how much is the sales tax? So for this problem, it didn't ask us for the total. It just said, how much is the sales tax? So for right now, we just got to find the tax. We're going to solve it the same way. We're going to take our original price, $56.95, and we will multiply it by our percentage as a decimal. Now, our percentage is 5%. 5% as a decimal is 0.05. So we're going to do $56.95 times 0.05. If you go ahead and do this, you're going to get a number that we're going to need to round. I got 2.8475. And while that's the right answer, if we're talking about money, we only ever want to go to the hundredths place. So we got to look. We only want 2 numbers after the decimal. So we got to look at that third number. That 7 tells us to round 84 up to 85. So we're going to turn this into $2.85 or $2.85. So it's important that we're familiar with rounding. If we want to round the hundredth spot, you must look at the thousandths to tell you if you should round up or down. Now that we know what the tax will be, we can answer our next question. It says, if Jason has $60 to spend, can he afford the video game? Can he still purchase it? So to figure that out, we got to find what the total cost is. So remember, the total cost was $56.95. I'll add my tax onto that, $2.85. Altogether, when you add that up, the total cost comes out to $59.80. So if Jason had $60 and the game after taxes cost him $59.80, does he have enough money? You tell me, yes or no. What you should have said was yes, he does have enough money, and he would have 20 cents and change if he wanted to do it. All right, let's look at our last problem. The final problem we got to do is a discount problem. Now, this should be everyone's favorite because we love getting discounts. So let's read this problem. It says, Abby is buying a new pair of American Eagle jeans for $36.99. They are on sale for 25% off. How much will Abby save? So once again, they didn't ask for the total. This first question just wants to know, how much will Abby save? And that's just a fancy way of saying, what is the discount? So once again, we'll take our original number, $36.99, and we're going to multiply it to our percentage as a decimal. Now, 25% is equal to 0.25. So we're really doing 36.99 times 0.25. Now, just like the last problem, if you go ahead and multiply this, you're going to get a number that needs to be rounded. You're going to get $9.2475. Now, once again, we got to look at, we only want two numbers after the decimal. So we'll have to look at that 24. And then the third number tells us what to do. If it's a 5 or above, we're going to round up. So that 7 tells us to round 9.24 up to 9.25. So it's really going to end up being $9.25. That will be our discount. That is how much we're going to save. Now that we know the discount, we could solve the final question. What is the sales price of the jeans? Well, to figure that out, we'll take our original price, $36.99. And because discounts make things cheaper, we're going to subtract minus $9.25, what our discount was. Type that into your calculator and see what you get. If you did this, you would have got $27.74 as the total price. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions or need help.